The Performance Accessories Laminate 5-in-1 Multifunctional Tool is the ideal solution for finishing your laminate wood floating floor because it provides transitions to all types of flooring. The molding kit converts to 5 different configurations: a T-molding, a hard surface reducer, an end molding, a carpet transition, and a stair nose. Installation is easy too. Just measure, cut, and snap the appropriate pieces into place. We will refer to this piece as the reducer and this as the square edge. T-molding. A T-molding is used to transition between 2 hard surface floors of equal height, usually in a doorway between adjoining rooms. When installing your floor, it is important to allow for sufficient space between the 2 surfaces that will be joined by the T-molding. Let's get started. Begin by measuring the width of the doorway. Then transfer the measurement to the track in the 5-in-1 molding. Once trimmed to the correct length, place the track in the middle of the open area between the 2 floor surfaces. Fold or remove the plastic shims on your track depending on the height of the flooring. 8 mm, no shim. 10 mm, 1 2mm shim. 12 mm, 2 2mm shims. Screw the track into the subfloor using the pre-drilled holes, but beware of any piping below. With the track now in place, it's time to install the T-molding. Using your cutting tool, remove the reducer and square edge to obtain your T-molding. Remember to sand the cut edges before proceeding. Finally, press the T-molding into the track, starting at one end and moving across. You have successfully installed your T-molding with the expansion gap covered. The floor looks finished and the scratch-resistant molding will stand up to household traffic. Hard surface reducer. The hard surface reducer is used when transitioning between hard surface flooring of different heights, such as a transition from laminate to tile. Begin by measuring the width of the doorway. Then transfer the measurement and cut the molding and track to the correct length. Now mark the subfloor to indicate how far the edge of the floor will extend. You should allow the underlayment to extend just before this line. Again, modify the track based on the height of the floor and place it between the 2 floors. Screw the track into the subfloor using the pre-drilled holes. Using your cutting tool, remove the square edge to create the reducer molding. Finally, press the reducer into place from one side of the track to the other. The hard surface reducer is now in place with the expansion gap covered. The threshold looks great, and it will last for years to come. End molding. For architectural features such as a fireplace, sliding glass door, or other vertical edges, an end molding is needed. For this installation, leave a 1 3/8 inch space between the laminate flooring and the vertical edge when installing the flooring. Start by measuring the transition and cutting the molding and track to the correct length. Like the other functions, screw the track into the subfloor using the pre-drilled holes. Be sure there is a sufficient expansion gap, about ½ an inch, between the floor and the track in which the molding will be fixed. Use the cutting tool and remove the reducer to create an end molding. To insert the molding cover in the track, start at one end and push down firmly into the track as you work your way to the opposite end. The end molding is in place with the expansion gap covered. The sliding glass door looks great, and the scratch-resistant molding will stand up to heavy traffic. Carpet transition. Installing a transition from laminate to carpet is very similar to installing an end molding. For ease of installation, the transition to carpet should be created before installing the carpet if possible. Begin by measuring the doorway and cutting the molding and track to the correct length. Once cut to the correct length and properly configured, measure and mark 1/4 inch from the laminate. Then fit the track on top of the subfloor at that mark. Screw the track into the subfloor using the pre-drilled holes. Then use the cutting tool to remove the reducer to obtain the carpet transition molding. Gently press the molding into the track starting on one end and working your way across. Once in place, the carpet may be installed. The doorway looks great, the installation is complete, and the scratch-resistant molding will stand up to traffic for years to come. Stair Nose. To install the 5-in-1 molding as a stair nose, a separate aluminum subprofile is needed. You can ask your dealer for this aluminum subprofile. It's important that you do not use the track you received in your 5-in-1 packaging. Begin at the bottom of the stairs and work your way up. Measure the overall width and height of each stair. Cut the risers 1/8 of an inch less than the overall width and 1/8 of an inch less than the overall height of the stair. Note, your first riser will be taller than the rest. Attach the riser to the stair using adhesive and nails. Next, cut the metal subprofile to length. Then, dry fit the subprofile and mark placement for screws. Pre-drill and countersink holes in the center track 2 inches from each end and roughly every 8 to 10 inches across the width of the subprofile. We recommend using a 9/64 bit for drilling. Install the aluminum subprofile on the tread with polyurethane adhesive and screws. Add adhesive in an S-shaped pattern to the bottom of the metal track and place it on the stair. Secure the subprofile with number 6 1 1/4 inch wood screws to ensure it's stable. Next, place 2mm shims on the existing stair tread. This will ensure the laminate plank needed to finish the stair will lay flat. Now cut the 5-in-1 molding to its proper length to fit the stairs. Apply polyurethane glue to the V-grooves in the molding. Then add clear silicone to the square tongue channel in the molding. Now press the 5-in-1 into place using the heel of your hand. Then use a tapping block and rubber mallet to tap it securely into place. Next, apply adhesive to the existing stair tread, in between the shims. To complete the stair, cut a plank of laminate flooring to size and lock into the 5-in-1. Drop the plank down and press into the adhesive. Use painter's tape to secure the molding while the adhesive sets. Finally, fill the expansion gaps with caulk or clear silicone, then clean any excess. Avoid walking on the stairs for 24 to 48 hours until the adhesive has fully set. You have successfully installed your stair nose using the Performance Accessories 5-in-1 molding, and your stairs look great.